Alrighty. Hello there. Damien?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, let me see. There we go. There's the audio. Hello Damien, how are you doing? Long time no speak on stream.
I'm fine. Timo's not that excited about me, but he's really pumped to hear you, Bance.
Oh, I bet he is. I bet he is. It's been years, man. Also, especially with you and me. It's been like actually 3 years.
Oh, Copy has made a fatal error.
Uh-oh.
This is not a good. We're only in the quali, and he's. It's EN, Copy. EN. See, people spell my name with an A. I lose my shit.
Yeah, we're starting with drama already.
Am I allowed to say that?
What?
Shit.
No, not with all the sponsors and scouts and everything, mate.
We don't want to lose our sponsorships. Shit. Okay. I thought it was anyway. Vance, it has been too frickin' long, my man, since we were joined at the hip. We used to be the main commentator for CEST back in the day.
For SLR, actually. For SLR.
Well, SLR. Same thing. And we're back in the saddle. It may not be that common an occurrence, however, because, me with my yeeting off to France and all that. But it is nice to reminisce one last time. Hopefully that's not too loud. You can hear that. To join the mic with you once again, man. So should we get pretty much into the intro of this new season and new game?
If we should give an intro, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That is a good point. I will give that one to you, my friend. I'll give that one to you.
The way I used to do it, whenever I used to do this, it would be something like, this is going to be just off the cuff, right? It'll be, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to a new season for Formula 1 racing here on 2SR. No, sorry, not that anymore. 2S League Racing. It's Bahrain kicking us off, and we have a lot. I'm losing the breath. And we have a lot of mega racers here to take the start their charge for this new championship. As Justin has just joined, I actually seen. Sanix is going to trigger me. Just reading the chat. So what is it Timo was saying in chat, just to get down this, is that he hopes that Justin wins because he wants him to stop asking him for the championship role. Why would he be wanting the championship role? Did he win the championship?
Oh.
That was a question, Bance.
I don't think so.
Right, okay.
I'm pretty sure he did not. No, I thought exactly that is why it's recorded. But I'm pretty sure that is not happening.
Well, look, while the boys are getting to the qualifying, as we all know, qualifying, the first couple of runs...
Fox is crossing the line now. He's also setting it, so I was on board with him. Yeah, I know, but I was looking at him the entire lap. I feel like it should be acknowledged. He put his lap in, he's P6, half a second off. Anyway, continue.
I'm going to get the Fox. I'll get the Fox. But I'm just, the first couple of minutes in qualifying, it's not really that exciting. People are putting banker laps in. Bance, we've done this before. You wait till it gets to the last couple of minutes, that's when it gets exciting. We'll use this time to give some updates and info on the grid. Yes. As people can see, there are an awful lot of familiar faces on the grid.
Indeed.
But as it's a new game, a new handling mode, it has been catching a lot of drivers out. I think it's fair to say from top level to people who use assists. It's been catching a lot of people out. As I've seen someone else, I think it might have been an Alpine, was off already. This new traction mode is quite tricky on the traction, and Bahrain is a very difficult track, it seems to be, on traction. But, it might be too loud, people can hear that. The old familiar faces never really change, and with WoW, Lawrence, as anyone's not really sure, I'm sure everyone does know, but that's some idiot. Mackinder, Icewind, Fox, we're going to pick up on Fox in a minute. We've got Nico's here, Copy, the King Copy, he's tier 1 champion into an SLR, and then we've got Dan, who would have been my choice for tier 1 in SLR, but
we will not go into why that is not the case. Not again.
What?
We'll not go into why that is not the case for you again.
Yes, but it is an interesting grid, and it is an interesting team setup. Now, it's too early to make predictions. I know we would like to do them in other leagues. If I could make an early prediction, I think in terms of the constructors, I think the team to watch this season in 2S will be Mercedes with Mac and Ice, and Red Bull which would be Wow, and if Bailey can be bothered to get up and join, it would be Bailey. They would be the two, I would say, the strongest teams. But the thing I think is really interesting, and I realise I'm talking normal advance here, but one of the things I think is very interesting is how the grid is lined up this season. There is no real standout dominant team. There is a more dominant driver, but there's no real dominant team. That's why I would have went with Red Bull Ice Sprint as the overall team. But as I see who's at Tomalzi spinning, one driver I said I'd like to pick up on is Fox. Fox has always been a pretty quick driver, right? He's always been pretty handy around the track, but he does obviously in the previous season pick up a few time penalties with some that was kind of like his Achilles heel. But this new game, there is a new Fox on the block. This guy has been properly grinding, and he can set a lap. I mean, this guy can really punch in the times. And if Fox can, keep it together throughout an entire season, I think he is definitely within shout of definitely the top four. In terms of the championship race, he definitely is going to be in amongst the mix.
So we'll hold on to that one.
And just to finish, Pants, then I'll shut up. And his team, the AlphaTauris of Fox and Nico. Nico, if anyone isn't familiar, Nico's a regular in 2S, but he's more of an SEC, Assetto Corsa Competizione driver. Very, very accomplished, very skilled in the Assetto Corsa division. And he's also quite consistent in Formula 1. And with the mixture of his consistency and Fox's outright, I was going to swear there, his outright speed, I think AlphaTauri are the dark horses of 2S this season. Vance, go ahead.
No, I do agree with that. I mean, that's what we talked about before as well when we were going over it a little bit. I think, I think maybe there's a bit of a poor balance in terms of teammates for some, but that is deliberate. It is to put the constructors a bit closer together and keep things interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think in terms of overall teams, I mean, there's a couple of good ones, isn't there? Really, I mean, it would be hard to say. I mean, maybe not in terms of driver necessarily, but at least in terms of constructors, what kind of team you would expect to punch above the weight or fight for the championship here. But I don't know. So you think it would be AlphaTauri then?
No, I think they're dark horses. I think they've got a real good shot at this if they can keep up their performance that we know that they can do. Fox is just a new man. It's just a new guy invented in this game. He is a lot. I mean, look, anyone that has seen the stuff he can be doing in TT and the videos he uploads, I have raced him against him as well this season so far. He is a much improved driver. Just raw one lap pace is incredible. Again, like I said, one of the things that did catch him out last season, and I think was time penalties would catch him out. If he can keep that down to a minimum, and then they got that consistent point score of Nico, I think definitely Alpha are big contenders for the constructors. We just to run down the chat here quickly, got a lot of old familiar faces. Sanex, I don't know if he's being serious here, Bance, but he says that, and I'm going to ignore the way he spelled my name. He says that if I can inform Renee that he can swap driver cam using numbers and shift plus. What's that he's trying to spell there?
No, I mean, I've been doing that the entire time. I'm not entirely sure why he's mentioning that.
Because Speedy's going to get triggered too. Bance, he's wanting to know who's doing the screen.
Anyway, yeah, no, he doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to know.
Yeah, it's Bance.
I'm not braced for this to happen. Anyways, Nobuilder's about to cross the line. He's about to put his newest lap in. We'll see how he does there. He goes into P2 and first by 3/10. But I would be surprised if that is all that there is to come in terms of lap time here today.
We have Mr. Light Cruiser as well, and a familiar face in these departments. He's not, not a very polite professional burping on camera, but whatever, or mic. But maybe we can get a Light Cruiser back in some reserve role if he's interested. Get him back on track. But 28 Bance. So raced a couple of these guys already in Bahrain. 27s is a reality. I think, if my memory serves me right, and I know I am getting on a bit, but I think the 27 sixes. Am I right in saying that? I think I've seen.
I have not done TT on this. I've actually not checked. I should have.
No. In quality, I have seen a 27 six in.
Oh, really?
and I think it might have been from Lauren from some idiot.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that here for sure. If not a bit better. I mean, we've still got 6 minutes left. I think people are still gonna pull out a good lap or two.
Okay, so we're 6 minutes into the thing. I see here like who's saying he's on the waiting list, so that's good to hear. We need to get it. We always need like who's on the track, especially with that awesome green logo in his car in ACC. Have you seen his livery in ACC pants? I know it's a
I have not yet seen it.
Man, he is after my own heart. The green he has in that car, it's just pure sex.
Are you sure it's not yellow?
Don't start this. Lewis Hamilton's helmet is green.
It is not, I'm afraid.
It is green?
Not, I'm afraid. It is not.
I won't go to my grave. It's green.
Well, anyway. It will be rather soon for you, will it, mate? At this point.
You know
if
me
if you keep insisting on it being green, it's not.
Lance, you know me. My phone's ringing. Give me 2 seconds.
How dare they? They took Damien away from us. Anyways, less background noise for you guys. You guys have any preferences, any expectations or predictions in chat? Any people you would look out for? Speedy, you ask who No Build is. No Build is the guy playing Minecraft on 2S and complaining to me all the time about not being happy with the server settings that I put on. That's right, you're forgiven.
That was my brother ringing me, but I told him to.
It's not good enough of an excuse.
I mean, ringing me when I'm at work here.
Oh, there's Damien. There's Damien. There's Danny with the 28-0. First one here. He's currently in provisional pole. Right, who are we on board then? With? Let's have a look here.
Right before we get into the crux of it, because we're getting into the real proper stuff, then we'll focus on it. I just want to say, Sanix, to see if you keep saying spelling my name like that, I'll just ignore you. Anyway, let's get into this dance.
Yeah, Howard didn't deserve it, that's true.
Who's Howard?
Don't worry about it. Anyways, please continue.
I like lime green. Who's this? And Nemesis. Oh my god, everyone. Why does everyone contact me when I'm playing it?
Everyone right now. You're very popular.
Listen. Dan has set the benchmark. Right, let's get into this, fans. Come on. We didn't have the highest ratings in early SLR commentating for that. Flex. Dan sets the benchmark here. He set the target of 28, pretty much 28 dead. Lawrence is, my goodness, it's what?
Oh, there goes Thomas Lee. I hope that's how you say it. He just spun out in the last sector on his hot lap. Yeah,
Thomas Lee's been struggling quite a bit. Fox is now on an out lap. I'm going on board with Fox. I see Mac, all the hell the heavyweights are going like Coffee's still in the pit.
What is going on here with Lawrence? Yeah, he's fighting the Mercedes. I don't know why that's happening in the quali lap. I guess they were both on a lap and yeah, that was a bit of a mess. I guess both of their laps are done hereby. Let's look at Justin. He just put his lap in as well, hasn't he? He improved by 7.5 tenths. He's up to P3. He's one to look out for as well, I think. For sure. And he's cutting the track here. What is going on here, Justin? We're seeing it. We're an all-seeing eye. We saw that. He's trying to get back to the pits.
Now, Justin, you have... Listen, my man, if you're listening, you'll listen. You are very familiar with the rules in these leagues. You cannot cut the track in qualifying to make it back in time. You will get a fat penalty. There is no appealing it. You will get a fat penalty. So just let that be a warning for everyone else. If you are seen, and I'm actually going to encourage people to type on other guys, if you record a driver doing it, upload it. They shouldn't be doing it. They make it equal and fair. But, Vance, Fox is on his lap. I need to get the telemetries on.
Yep.
Can we see here? Yeah, so we've got the telemetry.
By the way, I saw your message. I can't exactly tell right now. He just went into the pits. But it did look like he was interacting with another car there, so I'm not sure he's desynced. I'd be very upset anyways if this game still has the desyncing, but then again, I also wouldn't be particularly surprised.
Well, Vance, first of all, there is definitely desyncing it. I think John Watney had a bit of desync, but Fox is about to cross the line, and I know he was 7 tenths up, which is going to give him very close, 28 dead. Could this be pole? Oh, no, not quite. He must have lost a little bit in that last corner. But that's still a respective time. Kind of showing what I was saying about Fox. He's really, really improved. Let me see now. I'm on board with Max. Or not Max. Mac. So I'm going to watch Mac.
Mr. McKenna, yep.
Mac, he's going to be coming up to the end of Sector 2. Let's watch his Delta. All eyes on his Deltas, if you've got it in your hat pants. All eyes on Mac's Delta. Let's see what the improvement
I'm not actually able to see that. What do you put that on?
It's the lap data in spectator mode. He's up by 3/10, which isn't enough for pole. Which isn't enough for pole. At the moment, it'll set him pretty much about just one place, I think. Unless he can nail this final corner. Here we go. He crosses the line. Where does Mac put it?
And he puts a P6. All right. Yeah. It is a close grid up front. If you have a look there, in the top 8, it's 2/10 separating them. So I'm going to have a look at some edit in a moment here when he comes out of the pits, because there is potential for desync. I might just reconnect to the session. Otherwise, right. So everyone's out on 1 lap old tires. Is that correct? No, I mean they're preparing the lap. Mr. Danny over here. Let's stick on board with him for a bit, shall we?
Yeah, you run on board with him. I'm watching Noblit at the moment. This is an unknown quantity to us. Well, he's certainly to me anyway. A couple of new guys here, but specifically Noblit and EMT are 2 unfamiliar faces to me. So I'm quite keen to see what they do. And Noblit is up by almost 2/10. So he's Sector 1, effectively a 28 dead. Effectively, if he finishes the lap like
he's retired from the session. But I guess, yeah, he just doesn't have any more time. Fair enough.
So I'm still on
do I
board.
reconnect to the session?
Hey?
No, me. I'm not sure if you use these things or not. Anyway, sorry, finish your thought.
Yeah, so I'm saying I'm running on board with Noblit here. He's up by almost 2/10. We're going to see at the end of Sector 2 here how he gets on. Is he improved any more than that? This is going to put him really near the top if he can hold this together. He's up by 4/10.
4/10, he's up.
That's the 27th. He'll be into the 27th.
Let's have a look here with Danny as well, where he stands.
So here we go, Noblit on the final corner. It is a tricky corner. I know I struggle with it, and I'm off on these guys' pace, but let's see what Noblit does. This might be pole. It is
provisional pole for now, but Danny's still on his lap as well. He's only up by half a tenth from what I can see, so he's going to have to make everything up in the last 2 corners here. Let's see where he lands, depleting all of his battery as you would expect and hope. But he comes out of the last turn, and is it going to be enough? And it is, and he does go pole.
What? Look at the times!
Is that identical times?
No, by 1,000th of a second or something like that. I don't know.
For me, it's not showing the actual time.
Well, Dan did.
Oh yeah, it's by 1 millisecond. That's crazy.
Holy crap.
Wow. Okay, is Vasco over here still on the lap? And he just crosses the line as well. Does not improve. Well, he does improve by 5/10, but he does not improve on his starting position for the race. So, wow. I mean, that was a close one up at the top, though. I mean, that's promising.
I tell you what, can I have a slight flex? I said Fox top 4.
You did say Fox top 4, yes. But I think it's also a bit of an easy prediction to make. You know, he's a pretty quick guy. Come on.
Who's this? Sorry.
You're talking about Fox, right?
Yeah, top 4. But I told you he's got even faster.
He has, but look at the top 10 here. 7/10s. You go further down, top 5, 2.5 tenths separating.
Yeah, but if you look from P1 to P13, there is a second in total.
Yeah.
That is a pretty...
Ocean Chief did not seem to have gotten his lap in, it appears. I was not able to be on board with him too much, sadly. But, yeah. We don't know what happened there, but, you know, I think he's doing it on purpose to get his banger start and overtake everyone on the first couple of corners from Ocean Chief here.
To be fair, Bance, I understand what Chief's doing here. I probably would have done the same thing. It depends on the grid now. If you've got these aliens, well, we would consider aliens, there really is no point starting, trying to beat their times. Sometimes I would probably just start at the back. But then again, that's not necessarily the right attitude to have.
It is not. You always got to try and strive to be better. And I know Ocean Chief thinks the same, but I think for this one, I think he thinks he's got it in the back. He doesn't really need it. He doesn't really need those qualifying positions. He's going to make him up anyways. Just watch him on the start, mate. if you
Vance,
will.
I'll tell you what. I tell you what Chief's doing, right? I know his game. This is practice for him.
This is practice.
He's practicing for tomorrow. But look, in all seriousness, sometimes it's not that bad starting at the back. So far, what I found this season, when I said this season, this is only as the first race of the season, but generally this new game, we've done a couple of full grid races, and Vance left the session.
Yep, that is all deliberate.
But how? What?
You have not been paying attention, Damien. You have not been paying attention. Cody was desynced, so I'm rejoining. Or at least I'm attempting to rejoin.
Oh, that's all right. So the stream's still up anyway. Is that?
Can you get an invite from me, Tipsy?
Can you get an invite from me?
Yeah. Take your time.
Invite to watch? That's not the right thing? No, not that. Don't click that.
I'm not planning on it. Take
There
your
is
time.
no invite. There is no invite button.
There should be. If you just press start or escape, and then you click on invite friends.
No.
What do you mean no?
I'm doing it. I can't invite you.
Nah.
Honestly, I can't invite you. There's settings. I can't invite you. I can't. I'm going to check Steam as well. Who's the host? Oh my god, who's the host? Nico? Is Nico the host? Get Nico to send you an invite. Crap.
Justin says new game won't let you invite mid-game. Really?
So how do you get back in to stream the race?
I guess you can't.
Bounce! What have you done?
What do you mean, what have I done?
You freaking left!
Yes, so? To fix the desync. Okay, so apparently they removed the feature from the game, ladies and gentlemen, a crucial feature. Which means the race will not be streamed, apparently. But I have a brilliant idea, Damon.
This is not good enough. How are we going to get you in?
Just stream it on Discord, mate.
Right, hang on.
Why did they remove that anyways? Yeah, no more listening to Speedy. Yeah, never again.
So it's lights out and off they go. They lead away the pack. Sadly, you can't see it, so it's going to be 2S radio for the moment. Off they go down the grid.
That's fine, guys. Just give it a minute. You're missing out on a great action. You don't want to miss it in a moment. When we get it back on, trust me.
Dan is still P1.
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence follows in P2. Fox is... What happened to Fox? Fox has dropped way down for P4. He's now in P12. No bands. We need to get you back in for the boys so they can see it.
We've been sabotaged by Speedo, unfortunately.
Dan is leading away the pack. He is up to almost 7/10 ahead of Cody at the moment. Maybe just my audio.
Okay, we're almost there, boys. We're almost there. Watch this.
I am streaming for you, Bance, by the way.
Yeah, and we have it on. This will have to do. Just a bit of scuff. Why not? There you go, Tipsy. Now you're the main commentator. The switcheroo.
That's all right. So I'm in charge of the camera. So Danny is leading the pack of the rest of the boys, but we'll have further back. We have Wow is assaulting a 5-second time penalty for Triton. My goodness, already in lap 1. We're ignoring yellow flags.
Ignoring yellow flags. Okay, I think that is going to have a look at that one later on.
So yeah, a bit of a hectic start there in terms of a couple of the drivers. Fox losing out massively from P4 all the way down to P18. There's a black screen, by the way, I noticed, Bance, on the stream.
There is not. You are incorrect.
Well, on my stream there is.
It's okay to be wrong every now and then. Just focus on the gameplay, please, my good sir.
Speedy wants the track map now as well. There we go. Speedy has sabotaged us.
I don't think you should listen to what he has to say right now. His advice doesn't seem to go very well.
So they're all kind of following closely behind each other, all nicely here. Although there was a little gap starting to form. Oh, the Red Bull off Wow running off, and that's going to leave a little gap for Tomasley. No, Tomasley doesn't make it stick. But yeah, I was going to say there's a gap starting to form now in the middle here. These front runners are all starting to strip away. The top 7 are starting to leave a little bit. Well, definitely the top 2 between Dan and Cody are definitely leading away the pack. And then the bottom 3 there of Fox, EMT and Iceman. Iceman also losing out badly, although I don't think we're Iceman. I'm not really sure where he started. But I'm going to move up further up to this front grid. This hot battle. This was quite a hot battle in Brazil. In the social race a couple of days ago, whenever Lawrence was leading the race, and damn, so I think they're complaining about the quality pants.
Well, I mean, that is on you.
How is that on me?
The stream is 720p now.
Well, what can I do about that?
It is not my crisp 1080-60 anymore. So of course the audience is going to complain. I mean, it's all your fault.
How's it my fault? Yes. I'm not the one.
Yeah, I agree with Sanix. Speedy has indeed fumbled today. Speedy, I remember that one, mate. The next time I beat you in GeoGuessr.
Yeah, but why did you leave?
Because we had these things, and in previous games you just. What do you mean? You were not the one streaming. Anyway, what you would do, ladies and gentlemen, for some of you who may or may not be new here, although I doubt it. On previous games, these things would be quite frequent, so the way to fix it was for the commentator in this case to leave the session and rejoin in order to resynchronize all of the drivers. It appears though, not only have you paused the stream, Damien, this is not optimal, but yeah, it appears for this game they've decided to remove the feature. Damien, is there a particular reason why you paused the stream?
Speeding saying lower the FPS, but it's already on 30. No, sorry, Sanix is saying it. Ah, look, I can't focus on the race.
This is all Speedy's fault. We'll keep that one in mind.
Man, this was. Fans, do you know how long? Oh, here we go. Cody's going for the move.
Yeah, he's going for the move on Danny there. But I have a feeling this was a deliberate.
Yes, I think they are in VC together.
I think he's there for the suck.
Have you ever been to Suck, my bands? Oh, Danny getting a little bit of can't speak. Losing a bit of rear end grip there. It is very easy to spin in Bahrain. I've done it plenty of times. But yeah, we can really see that Lawrence and Danny are not running away. Cops is there behind them, keeping a watchful eye. Copy is a very smart driver. He knows exactly how to win a race. He knows that it's 29 laps to win this race, not one. We see many drivers across many different leagues and different races and different whatever think that you win it on the first lap, which of course you don't. Kitty says,
well, it depends.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a look on it on the other monitor. It's not anywhere near as bad as some people are saying. It's okay. I mean, it's not as good as it was before, but it's still okay. So don't worry about it. Keep on the show. It's all good.
So Triton seems to be having a little bit of an issue here.
I mean, yeah, already with the second time penalty he got. But yeah, he's hanging back quite a bit, isn't he? At the moment. Do we know what happened to him?
I have no idea, but I see that EMT, or EMT, if that's been able to pronounce, is using a lot of battery. Look at that guy, he's using a lot of battery. This year's game, it's quite tricky to recover your DRS. DRS is quite powerful, so that if you have your DRS activated and the guy behind is deploying to catch you, you can deploy just a little bit ahead. All you need is a little bit, and they're never going to catch you. So it's worthwhile conserving your battery. Here we go, Jens as well, saying it's good for him as well.
Yep. So I was just sent a picture of how it looked for one of the viewers, but they just need to refresh the stream because for them, I think they have it in 144p or something. That's not how the stream looks.
I'll cross the
Oh, we have a yellow flag in sector 2. There's a Alpine off the track. It's Tomozli.
Tomozli, of course, has been struggling in qualifying as well.
Yeah, but I think he got caught up with those nasty curbs down there. That's what got him. That's the usual side, especially was on F121, or 2021 rather.
But this is the closest.
You might want to put on the telemetry, by the way, so we can see the battery of these guys. It's quite important on this game.
There you go.
To know where we are with that. Yeah, perfect.
Running on board with Dan now. Dan is starting to squeeze up on the back of Lawrence here. Dan is most likely going to be conserving battery. You can see here, he's not really.
Yeah. He's just there for the suck.
Oh yeah, it's just exactly. He's just sucking that battery out of the rear end of them.
Yeah. You see, he must have been to Salcon to practice that one.
Cody is moving to make the defensive move.
Yeah, clearly not coordinated from them, is it?
What's that, Vance?
This is not coordinated from them. There is no NBCT modus going on here, which, by the way, we don't encourage anyways outside of your own team. But very clearly that's not the case. I think what this was, though, is him trying to bait Danny to go back past him. It was a bit of an unusual line from some idiot, from Mr. Lawrence over here.
Yeah, but I think Lawrence just gave that one up and just let him have it. So
yeah, I think
so. I don't think it's the case that these guys are going to... I don't think they're purposely necessarily working together. I just think that they're quite happy to let each other move past, and then they can start charging their back.
Yeah, they're definitely not working together. No, that's for sure not. Costing each other a bit of time, but they're definitely scrambling a bit for who goes in front. Can you check how much battery is on some idiot's car right now?
35.
Okay, very, very similar then on both of them. So
yeah, they're both pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Copy the 19. Look at these guys. 35.
We just had an overtake from Fox and Ocean Chief there, by the way, a moment ago. He's a bit in a battle, also was Triton behind him. Just a reminder, you can use the keyboard keys 1 to 0 to switch between drivers.
1 to 0, but there's 18 drivers.
Yeah, and then you'll press shift, and then it goes on to the next 10. So shift 2 is P12.
What?
Shift 2, for example, is P12. Just pressing 2 is 2.
Ah, okay. So we're going to
come with tire data as well.
So Ocean is going for the move back on Fox. He gets that move. Oh, who's this up on the inside?
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
EMT.
EMT is in there as well. He wants a little piece of that, and he's going right for it. Caught the other ones out a little bit there.
Yeah, he'll definitely not want to lose out 2 positions, and he does successfully.
You might want to go on both for this one.
Oh,
and it takes out Fox.
Oh, that is on EMT, my man. And Fox retired. Did he get hit?
Oh, he was frustrated with that one. Race was not going his way from the start, but yeah, clearly that was a bit too much for him there. Not ideal. Not what we'd like to see, but we can kind of understand him.
Oh my god, I feel like I know what it feels like to be.
I mean, Damien, I have told you like a minute ago to put on the tires as well. So just come on, just keep up with the times, Damien.
I'm trying to keep in charge of the chat. I'm trying to keep track of the.
You don't need to keep in charge of the chat at all.
I'm trying to deal with your crap. I'm old. Anyway.
Indeed.
So anyway, this is the battle. I'm going to keep a wee eye on Triton as well. Keep a wee focus on Triton there for me, fans, to see how that battle is forming up. But I want to keep an eye on this Lawrence-Danny battle, because I think how's the battery going to
Danny? Nothing's going to happen here. I don't think anything's going to happen here. It is way too valuable to be in the DRS and save the ERS, especially in this game. The ERS charge is short, but it's very powerful.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've got the DRS ahead, I mean, and you've got enough battery, it is reasonably easy to defend. But,
guys, if you're enjoying this great fix for the stream, please smash the like button, guys. Get subscribed and tell your grandmaster.
Hold on a minute. Whoa. It's not a fix. It's not a fix. You effed up, and I saved the day.
I did not do any such thing. No. Can you please stop doing that, David? Can you please stick on her?
Speedy is freaking...
Just have him say it in the YouTube chat then.
I love Speedy, and whenever Speedy
comments...
What
does he think? He's got special rights. Jesus Christ. Just say it on
the there are some
YouTube
people
stream.
that have a special place in my heart, and Speedy is one of them. Just because you're jealous you haven't reached that far, don't take it out on Speedy. All right?
Whoa, damn. You did just call me a best friend just 20 minutes ago, so
I use that term loosely, Bats. Anyway.
You do not. You love me very much. Anyways, so we're on with Triton here as well. He did get past someone there, past Basco. And he's on the tail of nobody, actually. He's 4 tenths up. Nico is right behind someone, though, in P10. But we also have Makenda, but no, they're not going to do anything, are they? So we'll see here with Nico. Is he going just for the suck, or is he trying to get anything else? Oh, he's going for the overtake. He does want it. And so he takes it.
Oh, but he might lose it again from Snella. Snella is not stupid drivers. I know he would be one of the more aged drivers on the grid. And as I thought, he's going to take it back.
And he's just going to cruise by. That was a bit of a waste of energy and tyres on Nico's end there. Didn't really achieve much.
See, this is the thing about this. You see, this track, because of the the nature of these DRS, the one big super long DRS, and then another one after it, you can just let the guy pass, let him go, because then you just get him back again, and then.
Oh, I think it's brilliant though. I think that the whole like turn one battle is brilliant, because there's a genuine case to be made to not stick on the inside when you defend the corner, because you just have a much better like run around to the exit for the next DRS zone, even if you're in front. So yeah, some of the mind games played in Bahrain are quite something to behold. I'm not the biggest fan of the track itself, but like some of the racing done here is quite fun. It definitely promotes the more thoughtful racer among them.
I would be partial, Bance, to the oh, here comes Cody. Cody is now going for the move on Dan. Again, Dan not fighting it. This is going to be just pretty much
yeah, keep it on Ocean Chief, maybe, P12. Help me shift here for you. There you go. He's looking to maybe... Oh.
No, he's too far back.
Yeah, no, he's got him. He's got him with the DRS here. I think he stopped boosting. But he can go for it. Now, I'm really curious to see here. Is he going to go down the inside? He is going down the inside, so this means he's probably not going to be able to keep the position with the slingshot that EMT is going to be getting here. Yeah, precisely.
So this is what I'm saying. Oh, EMT's going very close to Chief. That's
yeah. Very feisty from him here. After what happened with Fox, though, I think you should maybe be a bit more careful without those close.
Yeah, I mean... There's no need to go that close, like you're just risking your own race, let alone somebody else's. But of course, he's already made one enemy with Fox. You don't want to upset the Godfather himself, Mr. Chief.
We have P8 to look at maybe with WoW. He's closing in rapidly right now. And I think he's trying to make something happen here with Meepo. I think he might be under the impression that he's holding him up a little bit, because they have 4 seconds in front to build.
Oh, EMT was off. Must have went off. So I'm going to quickly flick over to see what happens. So EMT's lost out to Chief and Icewind.
Yeah, he must have outbraked himself in that little funny downwards left hand a bit.
We're flicking back to WoW here as the DRS starts opens up. Now, WoW will probably not want to use any battery. He isn't. See, this is what I'm saying. Don't use the if you're that close, you don't use your battery. That means that whenever it comes to the next DRS, WoW should be able to defend this. How's Meepo doing for battery? 37. Yeah, Meepo won that.
Keep an eye maybe on EMT and the boys as well. They have a bit of a scrabble there.
Here we go. Sure, he's not
what is going to happen here.
Oh, EMT gets another driver. My goodness, he hits Chief. Chief will be furious at that one.
Oh, wow, EMT. Be a bit more careful, mate.
Yeah, he's not making friends now. He did give a place back to Chief to see that. Do you acknowledge that? It's a bit of good sportsmanship, yes, to give a place back. Although,
Triton has DNF from the session. Can you go back to Smelter real quick? Yeah, his car stopped there. Yeah, if we can have a look with Basco up there. What happened here?
Oh, his car's off track to the left there.
Triton, if it would be possible, if you could send me a quick message, just kind of as an explanation of what happened, that would be great. If we can go back to P6, maybe, yeah. Oh, you read my mind there, mate, like a book.
How long ago did we did this? We're just back in sync.
Oh, now we're suddenly friendly again. Oh, what is going on? Oh, okay. It's a safety car?
Yeah, it must be a safety car.
Oh, yeah, it must be, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a yellow sector 123, so that would suggest safety.
Yeah, that's not.
So here we go, everyone darting into the pits. Is there anyone going to sell the dummies? What is Uppbeat doing?
The Haas won out of that one. The Haas one, Justin got in there really well.
People have been watching that race from, was it Vettel in China?
Yeah. Oh, that was a masterful bit of rule exploitation from him. I don't think they even fixed that rule breach, did they? I don't know if someone in the chat would know. Where he overtook, I think, 2 cars into the pit lane.
5-second penalty to EMT, a severe collision with, I think it said Chief. So,
yeah, Iceland in
look at this. So. This is the power of this new pit system. I think if you time it right, you can get the jump on people. I think I got the jump on in the social race in Brazil. I got the jump on Snella because I perfectly timed the pits. And I think that's what's just happened. Am I right?
I'm not entirely sure like how often this is going to happen to these guys.
But the thing is, maybe the chat can keep up with it better than me can, because I'm old. But was Danny not ahead before the safety car?
They switched positions so many times. I'm going to I believe he was ahead before. No, wait. No, Danny was behind already before, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He was already behind. So, no, I think in general, I mean, the thing with the pit stop system is that maybe at the first glance it's a bit overwhelming, but it is really very simple, and getting purples is about as easy as getting the formation lap right. So, there's a bug where you get held in a pit lane. Yeah, that's true. I've seen that happen a lot as well, also in career mode and co-op.
And also in our championship winning constructors title bands way back in
yes, 4 years ago, yes.
Yeah. Nice to see 4 years development. They've improved that.
Yeah. Hey, at least the cars don't get permanently stuck anymore. That's an upgrade for sure.
They're making progress. Now, you don't get permanently stuck in the pits. Well done.
So, Sanix is saying if I can hurry up to watch Better Call Saul. Please, somebody, can you drive faster? We'll see about that then.
This is interesting. The safety car was at lap 12. Almost half distance gone onto the hards. They will make it to the end, I believe. You can get a good 20 plus laps on these, no problem. Safety car should be in the next lap. I would imagine the rest of these two guys, who's that Smelto and EMT, they'll catch up at the back of the field. And we should be ready to rock, lads. Next lap 14. We should be pretty much halfway. We're going to get half a race off.
You know what? It's really difficult to tell right now from the top 7 even, like who is in contention here. Especially the top 5 though. Actually, even top 6. I mean, all of these guys at the front, they have a shot at winning this one.
Bance, I was about to just touch on to that. I mean, immediately after I was speaking there, I was going to say the same thing. These guys have all been pretty close. They've all been, they've all been within their each respective DRSs, and they've all been pretty close to the lead, which effectively means, as you just said, anyone can win. Although at the moment, really, the standout drivers are Dan and Lawrence. They're having their own little battle. But as I said, lurking behind them is that legend of definitely SLR. Copy,
Indeed.
a man of many years, not quite as many as me, but he's
a great man too. He gifted me the F1 2020 game in a giveaway that I didn't even sign up to myself.
Cops is a top bloke, right?
He is a top bloke.
Pretty handy, and put a little bit too low in some famous big leagues.
Okay, no. We're not going there.
Okay, is that no?
The sponsors are going to run away.
Oh, the sponsors, okay. See, I will get people in trouble if Bance, you're basically my minder, and you have to keep me under control.
This is true.
But yes, Copy is lurking in the background here. Don't discount him. Of course, don't discount Mac or Justin. And I have to say, I might have to change my season 1 prediction in SLR after this showing, Bance. Can you check the warnings? I don't know how I can do that.
I cannot do that, Damien, because I'm not in fact in the game.
Well, I can't do it right now because we are indeed about to hit the go button.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter right now too much anyways. When the penalties come up, luckily with this game, we do get... Oh! And, oh, that was a bit cheeky, wasn't it?
But they're gone. Lawrence has lost it.
They're gone. And somehow he's getting a better start anyways, despite the fact he almost spun out there out of the last turn.
Oh, we're going to get 3 wide.
Justin is in P3 potentially. He's got the outside line, so it's looking good for him.
Oh, there's contact between the Alpha and the Williams, but they managed to get away.
Maybe try and get some onboard action in here as well. There's an Alpine runoff, no build as well. He's down in P8 now.
So it seems to be already. It's just back to normal, really. These guys all follow in order once again. Their own respective gaps have opened up. Forgive me as I flick through the drivers. I know it's not ideal camera action, but is Noblet going to try and send it on Meepo here? Is Meepo going to come inside? Yes,
he's going to go for it for sure, but there's space going to be left. Oh, he's running him wide. He's going to be the Max Verstappen here, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a little bit cheeky. Come on, we like a bit hard racing, but be respectful too. You don't drive guys off the track like that. Come on. It's one of those things that really sets me off. Tom Osley is going to move. Oh, no, it's Basco. Basco's really missed. What's that, turn 10? Oh, and an EMT doing his trademark. Really close to the drivers. And he gets the move
done.
Boy,
that was tight. That was a bit tight there.
As tight as a nun.
Okay.
Oh, is he sticking up
what
the
is going on? Oh, that was very close.
You don't want to do that in that corner. It's hard enough as it is on your own, but not...
This is going to end in tears, I think. I'm afraid.
Tell you what, one thing for EMT, he is exciting to watch. It's a bit like Max Verstappen and his reckless
and very similar fashion.
It's like, I'm coming through, get out of my way. Icewind is going to make a move on Meepo.
Yeah.
Meepo probably will not make this too difficult for him.
I would say probably right now the top 8 is all full of people in contention. It needs to be mentioned that Icewind is on the medium tire. I believe he might be able to get to the end on this one as well. So, actually, yeah, he will for sure be able to get to the end here. So, Icewind, actually, watch out for him.
Well, look at Noblet. I think Noblet's going to have another go trying this move again. Oh, he just got a bad traction off the exit of that turn 7, I think, turn 6 or 7. And so he'll not be able to do it. Wow, running a little bit deep there. Tomasley back in.
We've got a yellow flag again. It's a McLaren behind. It's Ocean Chief.
Chief is off.
He's going up in the... It's the same curbing then, and it catches so many drivers out.
But I'm going to switch back here with Noblet. No built.
Yes, no built. Wait, isn't this the same as Max Spilts? Do you remember that?
I can't say this.
Oh, man. Oh, that's nostalgia, man. That's a blast from the past right there.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. You could say that name properly, no matter how often you said it.
Is it Max Spilts or Splits?
Max Spilts, yeah.
Spilts. Anyway, Icewind is looking on the back here on these mediums with Noblet. DRS is enabled. So we'll maybe start seeing the things mixing up now. Some guys will be better at managing their battery than others. Don't think anyone's going to stand it just yet.
Yeah, can we have a look at the positions maybe? The position makeup, like from the start of the race, to see where people have kind of settled in after the start.
There you go.
Positional change. Yeah, just to have a look real quick. But yeah, McKenna up 4 positions as well. Nico up 5. He's the reason I wanted to check it out, because I knew he started a bit further behind, but he's up into the points position now. The first points playing position. So I'm kind of looking forward to see where he ends up. As Basco also gets a 3-second time penalty from corner cutting. Feel free to turn it off again. Yes.
Everyone, of course, have done their respective one stop. We're not immune to another safety car. I mean, some of the way the guys are driving here, it is pretty clean, I would say, as expected. But some guys just taking the... Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Yeah, we've got a couple of people on the hand. EMT, please leave my boy Nico alone. I beg you.
EMT, we know he doesn't mess around.
Yeah, I want to stick around for this one for a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, Nico!
Oh, that was not EMT, though. That was him just on traction. Maybe it's better for Nico as well if he sticks behind on this occasion.
Oh, my goodness. He's leaving him no room.
Oh, EMT almost loses it, and Nico now back past him again. And EMT is out of shot with this one here. Now, for sure, for Nico, it's top priority to try and suck up as much as he can to Snell. Not suck up as in an immoral fashion, but just with DRS. And
Vance.
I went to SoCon last week, and I learned a whole lot of stuff. So,
Noblit here is still trying to get this move, well, squeeze up on the back, or sorry, they get the move done on WoW, but of course WoW will have the DRS on the guys ahead, make it a bit tricky for him. But Icewind...
Oh, we've got Basco as well, right behind Tomosley right now. He's on a much better tire. Well, not much better, well yeah, relatively better tire at this point in the race. You know, I'm really curious to see what happens with Icewind here from P8 with the medium tire. Oh, EMT's having a lot of these, isn't he? He's really struggling on traction.
Yeah, the only thing I would take issue with, I don't know if any other guys are going to comment on it, but just how little room he gives.
I think there's no problem with that as long as you keep out of the accidents. But yeah, in this case, I mean, considering the two incidents he's had now, I think it's probably in his best interest to calm it down and maybe rethink the approach a little bit.
But I mean, you say there's no issue with that, but you have to give.
Well, you have to give enough room, but I mean, I don't think necessarily he's giving zero room, but he's giving very little, particularly when he pulls alongside. So we would definitely wish for EMT here to revisit his stance on that.
Unfortunately,
wow. Do we think he's going to make an overtake here?
Yeah, I think WoW is going to try and get this move back on Noblit, unless he sits behind.
He doesn't want to, I don't think. He could have, if he wanted to. Can we have a look at the battery comparison between WoW and Build?
We can, Vance. Noblit.
Oh yeah, Build is trying to stay in front, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Noblit, no battery. So that means that Noblit's going to be desperate to stay within the DRS of Copy, and he's so close to losing it. WoW is just going to, of course, he won't know that. WoW will not know what battery he has got. Of course, if that wee red light starts to flash, I have an idea that he's not
interesting to note, by the way, that some idiot, Lawrence, almost escaped the DRS zone from Danny there. Very close. It was up to 8.5 tenths. I find it interesting right now from the top 5. I find Justin is the one to stick like the closest in terms of delta throughout the lap. So I think that there might be some pace in there with him that is just waiting to unleash.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Justin that I've noticed so far, Vance, in this 18 coming into 19 lap at Bahrain, is that he is able to keep up with these top runners, these top 4 or top 3, and he uses generally less battery than the rest of the guys in front of him. Vito in chat, hello Vito, he's saying that Justin has the sound bug, so that certainly will not help. I don't know.
Really? Wait, so his sound is cutting in and out, is that what you mean? Or is it the one where he has no sound?
It might be you've got a bit of an odd sound, or you don't get no engine sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know about the one where... okay, yeah, so it's the one I said. Yeah, it's the one where basically it's just crackling and stuff like that. So it's a bit distracting, but it shouldn't really majorly impact his performance. I mean, obviously, like if he lost his engine sounds entirely, then I would expect him to maybe even retire because the sound signature of the engine really helps you drive the car. But yeah, he's probably going to be okay. We do have a yellow flag though. That's the McLaren of Ocean Chief again.
GT Boy want to run back on with EMT.
He's going to be praying for a safety car at this point.
EMT's got that. He's still got that raw pace on him after that issue he had at turn 10 when he lost a bit of the gap with these guys. He has caught up. So on raw pace, he does have it on these guys. Definitely, he's got it on Nico. But can he get the move done? Of course. What is the... Oh yeah, he's right hitting the brakes too, and there's an EMT, so...
Yeah. I think the EMT does have some pace, it's just losing out a lot on traction, and maybe not executing the overtakes as well as he could have, because he definitely just looked like he has the pace on him. He's being pretty smart here, he's waiting for the straight for the overtake here, but he's again the same sap he's had a couple of times that we've seen. And he's lost another position there. I don't think he's going to be able to challenge here the next couple corners.
Yeah, it's just He's got that. Oh, Tom Ansley! He's going to go up the inside. Nico running very, very, very deep. He might actually lose 2 positions here. He does.
It's a rough one for him.
Nico must be struggling with these brakes.
Yeah, Ice went very close, by the way, to Wow in front of him now, but I don't know exactly if we can expect anything to happen here. Ice might want to try and do some stuff here with this tire while he has it.
Yeah, I'm just watching the inputs from EMT just to see if he's running like ABS. I don't think so. I think he may indeed be tapping on the brakes. A wee bit of brake, not sure. Because he was able to brake very, very late there, so not sure. I'll keep an eye on the EMT because as you can see he's still closing up on the rest of these guys as well, so he does have that 1 lap pace.
He's definitely bringing the most spice right now out of the grid. I think the top 7 are playing it pretty smart. Dominic though has dropped out of the DRS window.
Oh, that'll be...
and Icewind is pouncing on him soon as well. Icewind's not going to wait here. He's going to go for it. He has to.
Here we go.
This should be a pretty easy overtake as well. No real threat, but you can probably see in a moment his battery perhaps depleting a bit as he tries to catch up. Although with this tire, I mean, we can assume that he's probably been saving the tire, so maybe catching up to no build here. It's only 7/10, so he might be able to do it, even with the DRS going against him.
In terms of penalties, I don't know he's giving me Basco that got the penalty. Oh, we got a yellow.
Yeah, we got another yellow here. It's a Haas this time. It's Schneller.
Danny! It's Danny!
Is it Danny? Oh, it's Danny!
Dan the man.
Oh, this is huge.
And I think that might have been traction where he had to come back on track. It may have spun, although then again, if you spun it, normally it picks it to the right. So what happened? Did he go too deep?
I would be very surprised. I mean, he was very close to all the cars. I don't know if maybe he had a bit of a battle with someone else there. We didn't exactly pay attention in that very moment, but yeah, very surprising. I mean, this is definitely going to be a change of the outcome of the race here.
But then that, as we said, that promotes Mac and Justin up into the podium places. Now Justin, of course, doing pretty good on the batteries. They're almost 40%.
Yeah, but look at the DRS here. I think maybe some kind of incident happened here, honestly. Like they've all been separated a bit there. So, but this is actually really big as well for Mr. Lawrence here. As we have someone in Sector 3 spinning again. It's an Alfa Romeo. This time it's Meepo.
Yeah, Meepo spins, but I want to stay on board with Noblit because Noblit is going to really deploy. He's almost no battery, and he's really pushing. What's he doing? Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, what is going on here, Build? Oh, boy. Oh, boy, careful. Oh, Build, no. Oh.
What?
That was almost as disastrous as my apparent Minecraft server settings, according to him. Oh, he's been beached! Well, you could reset the track now, but I'm not entirely sure if he wants to.
He retired.
He might. Oh, he has retired.
Yeah, he retired, I think, before he was beached.
Did he?
I think so.
No, he hadn't retired yet. Now he's been retired though, I think. Oh, had to? Yeah, his AI beached. Okay.
So no safety car.
Oh, you left already before? Okay. Yeah, that was a bit of an interesting stand. Maybe just had a lapse of concentration. It's not really something I would expect him to do, so I would give him the benefit of the doubt there.
I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he was so close to, cops, and he wasn't making the move. He wasn't even moving out. And I don't know if he uses racing.
Oh, Iceman has a 3-second time penalty. This is a big one. I was just about to point it out as well. Obviously, Iceman now promoted into the 5th position. He does still have the medium. He probably still has the tire advantage, and he's finally back in DRS now as well. He did squeeze his battery out to get there, though, but he is there. So this is going to be trouble for Justin for sure, as he tries to get past the copy here. Yeah, but further in front also, it looks like for Lawrence, this might be wrapped up for him here. That Danny's spin really gave him the space he needed to pull away.
Probably might break early here and try to cut back in tight on the inside. Nope.
These guys are pretty good. I don't think they get dummied like that. At least not in this instance.
Oh, Meepo. What's Meepo up to? Meepo's up on the back of Nico. EMT did get past Nico. I think that's whenever Nico ran off.
Yeah,
so
Nico's fighting like hell for this point, by the way. I mean, he's been thereabouts. He's been P11, P10, P12. He's been kind of hovering around there. He's really, really looking after this point.
Yeah, I want to keep a wee eye on this as well, because Meepo will, if he sees an opportunity, he will not hesitate. But yeah, just on the traction there, Nico's pretty good on the traction. I'll keep a wee eye on that one. But that incident with the Noblet, I don't think it affected. I would give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that was an intentional send.
Oh no, I don't think
it was just, he literally just missed his break point. I think he was far too close with Copy. Wasn't giving himself a wee sighter to see effectively if he used the racing line to see his big red line, or of course his brake marker board. And then when the moment he realised, he pulled out, and then you're just basically a passenger at that stage.
It happens at this track. We've seen it a lot of times before. I don't think it needs to mean much more than maybe just a lapse in concentration, honestly.
Could be. I think being that close to another car behind in front as well doesn't help. I will admit, I don't normally make that kind of issue, but I did make that mistake in the social race. EMT!
Yeah, just had a bit of a shock. This is maybe not the greatest news for Nico, though. But I think Nico's the one getting the DRS here, yeah?
Yeah, and so will Meepo.
Oh, EMT's putting battery in on this one.
Oh, Meepo is going to get feisty. Nico might go left if he can hold it on. Nico will still get this. EMT will do.
EMT concedes, respectively.
Meepo.
Oh, Meepo, very close for him. He might have gotten a warning there as well.
Now, if this was me...
Oh, we have a big mix-up, by the way, top 5. Sorry, but we have Icewind now down... Yeah, what happened with the gaps? EMT having another spin there. Well, a full spin this time, and he gets a penalty for cutting there. But what happened in the top 5 there? I mean, is this...
Nothing. That's fine. Lawrence has been leading, Mac P2, Justin overtook Copy for P4 or P3, and that's the way it is. Has Dan? I think Dan has recovered, has he not?
Yeah, I think what has happened here mainly is just Justin. It's just trying to spread his legs. That's maybe the wrong way to say it, but he's basically trying to pace away from the guys behind.
Spread his legs. What line of wording was that?
It's for the sponsors.
Spreading his legs.
We're trying to get the pH on here. That's why.
Oh, it's like Flora butter.
Yes, exactly.
Like Mora spreads like Flora.
Yes, indeed, exactly.
Okay.
And precisely.
Okay. Anyway, I think we're winging this one pretty well, Bance. Icewind on the back of Copy. These groups be this gaggle of cars. I think you can say that. All close, pretty much the entire duration of this race. Mac checking out P1. Dan really the only one that can contend with him. Where's Wow P6? Yes, pretty much checkmate for our check set and match for Lawrence. A nice P2 for Mac. But listen, I said at the start of this race that the team that is most likely going to get constructors will probably be either Red Bull or Mercedes. Mercedes are the most strongest team collectively with Mac and Ice. If Ice can keep himself, focused on the race, get the points, Mac's always going to be top 4 anyway. And here we are. Yes, Ice does have that penalty. I think it might be 3 seconds. So he's going to lose out to Wow. But hey, a P2 and P6 for Mercedes in the opening race is not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over for P3 here. And I'd like to ask in chat, because we do have a little bit of competition going on here from P3 to P6. Who do you guys think is going to round out the podium in P3? Is it going to be Justin, Copy? Icewind, maybe not with this penalty, but it could also be Wow.
Meepo. I think Meepo was sorry, Bance. I think Meepo was pretty much playing. Well, that was Nico. He was been watching a little bit of the Alpha or the Aston behind him, and leaving pretty much just as much room as needed, really, to get that move done. But look, even with that spin, right? As I said, you can see EMT is slowly reeling these guys in. He seems to have enough pace on these guys to catch up just when it matters. I think he just gets a little eager and he loses it on the traction. But definitely, man, he has the pace to get definitely top top 10 for sure.
Yep.
Just the traction's been kind of killing him really this race. He's been in some fantastic positions to take much more points, and then he just loses on the traction. If he can get that right foot settled down, yeah, he's definitely going to go well in this season in GS. Speedy just posts Dominic Bauer, which of course anyone isn't familiar is number P6. Our lovely Mr. Wow, my tier 1 potential champion, although he's not doing a good job here. Well, he is doing a good job, that's unfair. He's P6 against Lawrence Mack, Justin Copy, Iceman Dan. I mean, that's not no easy feat.
Alright guys, we're going to vote up. You can vote for yourself who you think will end up in P3.
Yes, P3, I think.
People are banking on Copy here at the moment, 75%. Down to 60 though, yeah. I mean, it's 5 votes only at the moment, but people are undecided. It's definitely not clear cut for this one. I think people might suspect that Copy is just holding back, and he might. He's at 50% battery. How much is Justin at?
This is what I was going to say. The people might be right because Copy has got 50%.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I can see where people are coming from with this one.
Now, did Fox leave the session?
He did a while ago, yes.
Oh, because if
a long time ago.
Well, if Fox is still in the session, you see, he'd be able to tell cops how much battery.
That's true.
What could play an element to this? But yeah, I think we'll keep a wee eye on this one. I think cops will be launching an assault on the rear end of Justin.
Yeah, Jensen thinks that Copy is waiting for the last lap, clear as day, and I might agree with him on that one. Actually, yeah. I mean, if we look how close he is, he's definitely waiting. Can I have a look again at Justin's ERS? Is he just trying to go into saving mode here? No, he's not actually. He's still deploying like crazy.
He's desperate. He's kind of, you know what he's got? He's almost been checkmated here in a game of chess. He's been checkmated.
Well, I mean, this is not definite yet, though.
No, but listen, he's in P3. He knows he's in the points. He knows that's it. That's the best he's going to get. And so he's desperate to hold on to it. Therefore, he's deploying to make sure he holds on to it. But by deploying, he's just playing himself right into the hands of Cops because Cops has got plenty of battery. But the thing is, Cops is going to have to start deploying here. He's going to have to start squeezing up on the rear end of Justin. And he is indeed
after Justin spreads his legs to kind of make a gap.
So I want to keep an eye on this, lads, if you could forgive me. I can see Basco squeezing up on P12, but this is the interesting one. This is the pole, of course, EMT as well, on the back of Nico. Actually, I might just quickly switch over, see how he's getting on with his DRS zone.
Oh, Nico really wants this. He really wants this. Can we look at Nico's battery real quick? And Meepo's.
20 battery.
Oh, they are. Look at Meepo as well. Oh, they are all struggling, though. They're all struggling.
So this might be, someone's going to do something desperate. I want to keep a wee eye on Cops here, right? Hang on. Cops sets the fastest lap. He's squeezing up in the back end. He might not take it. He won't take it. Oh, a little bit of contact. I think.
I don't think he wants it yet.
He doesn't want it. He wants to get this DRS. This is when you get him.
Yeah.
Everything you've got, Cops. Deploy every last bit of battery, and this might well be P3 in the bag. But is Justin going to send it? Justin's got no choice now. He's got no battery and no choice. Cops will.
Oh, he's trying to stick it around though. He's still there. He's still there.
Tetchy. Oh, a little bit of contact. He bumped Copy. Oh my goodness! Talk about getting desperate. Copy will be raging with that one. He's losing out the freaking. He's losing out.
Oh my god! Oh no! Dominic is around as well.
It's disaster. All that desperate attempt from Justin to keep P3 has completely sabotaged not only Cops but also Wow.
Multiple of his opponents behind him there. But look at Icewind. He's now up into P4.
Icewind is up to P4, but he will lose it because he's got that time penalty. But Copy will be furious.
I think he wants the provisional podium here, though. At the very least, Icewind does.
Oh, that was desperate drive from, I don't know, maybe I'm just reacting in the moment, but that's...
Justin definitely was trying to cling on with all he had, and you just overstepped it a little bit there.
That was really desperate drive, and Icewind was desperate to get this P3 on track. He'll not get it because he's going to lose out to Cops with the P4, but Lawrence does indeed cross the line.
He wins the race.
Mackinder crosses the line P2.
I guess the fastest lap as well.
Icewind gets P3. How did he get that?
Not through.
Copy gets the P3 on penalties. What happened?
Oh my God! He got it by right at the end, anyways.
So Cops gets it anyway, regardless
by
of getting
22 milliseconds.
22 milliseconds, regardless. I'm gonna faint him squealing so much. Despite getting it on penalty, I still think he will be furious with that.
Yeah, I mean, he got it back anyways. He lost nothing in the end, although maybe good for him. Justin might be looking at a bit of an FI inquiry into that one. But yeah, it did. I mean, Justin did lift, didn't he, as well? So it seemed like so.
I mean,
I think we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think he definitely saw his mistakes there.
Fair play to Justin at the same time, everything. Oh, burping, excuse me. I have a habit of doing that when I'm streaming or commentating. To fight tooth and nail. I mean, he is racing like his idol Max. All guns blazes. Whenever happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, we all seen this one coming like laps ahead. Even Jen's, in the comments saying, "Listen, we know this is happening. We know what was planned." I told you before, Cops doesn't leave it to one lap. He doesn't try to win the race in one lap. He paces himself for the entire duration. We seen this one coming. Cops had 50% battery. He was deploying everything he could with that last lap. That was pretty much going to be game, set, and match for Cops. Justin, he gave the attack, and he is within his rights to fight for that. He is within his rights, but he did lift. He had 5%. I don't know. I don't think there was any malice. I think it was just two guys going full at it to try and keep that P3 points.
It happens. It's racing in the end of the day. I mean, it happens in the real world. It happens in league racing, especially due to the lesser consequence. But in the end of the day, it happens. I'm sure both Copy and Justin is going to be well used to this kind of stuff happening, especially on the last lap when it's about a podium position of all things. So I think they maybe have to cool off a couple of hours, maybe exchange a couple of messages, and I think then they will be fine to return next week.
Oh yeah, but you know what? Listen, I mean that's why I love to see it. I love to see hard racing like that for like positions that counts. Look, regardless of what happened, fair play to Justin. He gave a fantastic performance of himself there, starting P6. Getting up into potentially P3, of course, losing out into, I think, a penalty. I don't know where the penalty was. Is that a bug or what? But regardless, Copy gets P3. I'll run down the grid. So for the guys in the admin team, right? Oh! No, I won't. Never mind then. Hopefully someone got track of what the grid is.
Yep. I mean, that is that, I believe, when it comes to that. Time for the epic transition, guys. Watch this.
Do we have a transition?
I do have a transition. Yeah, baby, we're on it.
Well, how are we going to get a transition when you're not in the game?
We don't need any. Why do we need the game for the transition, mate?
So can I close my stream?
You can close the stream. Yes, it's no longer on the broadcast, guys. We would be open for a couple of interviews if you would like. I think this one's definitely worthy of one. If you'd like to, please join into General Chat 4, specifically, so we know that you want to be interviewed. If not, that's fine as well. But I definitely would like to talk to some of these drivers to see what their thoughts were on that, especially on the ending.
Do you know who I'd love to speak to, Bance?
Who's that?
I have accompanied him on track for a number of years. I have spoke to him many times in both 2S and an SLR. Mm-hmm. I have never actually spoken verbally to the leg end that is Copy. Just realizing that now. And so I would love to see his take, or hear his take on how he felt that last lap battle went. It was exciting to watch. I'm sure he'll post what he thinks in the respective channels in 2S, but we'll see.
Yeah, we've got Justin in here, by the way. You would like to have a bit of an interview. Maybe you'd like to explain kind of what he thinks happened from his perspective. So in he comes. Hello, Justin.
Hello.
Hey, Justin, will you listen to the stream, man?
I wasn't, but I literally just listened to it now.
I know what there is to talk about, especially at the end. But first, before we get to that, how do you think the race went overall for you from qualifying to the race?
Qualifying, my game crashed, and I was stuck with about like double the amount of force feedback I'm normally used to. Yeah, which wasn't great. And then I couldn't set another lap, so yeah, that's why I qualified so low. But then race pace surprisingly pretty good. I was happy to stay within the top 5 train with Cody and Danny and Copy and McKender. So race pace is still there for this game, which I'm happy about. But overall, pretty decent race.
All right, yeah, and when it comes to obviously the last little bit there, you did lift in the end, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, well, there was this ice wind behind me trying to get a slipstream, so I was trying to pull over the side and I slammed on the brakes because I knew what happened with Copy. I wasn't happy with on my part because I knew it was my fault entirely. I was trying to go around the outside, turned a little too early, and then bonked him off. So yeah, just before the line I slammed on the brakes, but I didn't realize the line was so close, so that's why it was like 2 milliseconds or whatever.
I see, yeah. All right, Tape, so you have anything to add to that?
I like how that you kind of like, I see, yeah, like you don't care, Vance.
That it is not at all. The thing is, I kind of felt like in this interview I was taking your spotlight away because I know you like to do your interviews. So
What do you mean?
I was kind of waiting for you to jump in. You didn't, so it's just kind of like signaling for you to answer him on that one. I know you're very interested in this kind of incident related. Sorry, excuse me.
I practically carried the whole thing.
You carried the whole thing, you think?
Yeah, so that's why I'm giving you this opportunity. Anyway, Justin, you might have heard
I see.
You might have heard me saying that Copy will be raging.
I did.
That one, but that's just me. Yeah, look, it was just, I understand. You had P3, you got to start in P6 to get up to P3. Likely, you're going to want to hold on to that position. But as I said, 1 or 2 laps beforehand, Copy almost had you in a game of chess. It's almost like checkmate because it didn't really matter what you did at that element, really, that you were probably going to lose it anyway. Because, and what I mean by that was that if you didn't deploy at all, right, you would have lost the position. But by deploying, then because you had such a little battery, in order to try and keep him behind, you're definitely going to lose it anyway on the last lap because he had 50% battery. I don't know if you're aware of that. He had 50% battery whenever you had 11. You know, you pretty much were always going to lose it. But I mean, if no one can, I think, condemn anyone fighting for their position, and you were a lot more than entitled to fight for that position. I think it was just that, what was it, turn 4? I think it's turn 4,
yeah.
where there was just that little bump, I think, front right hit his front left, and that just sent him off. I don't know if you've seen what happened afterwards, but it actually sent Copy off track. He veered across the track, he lost out to someone else, and then he ended up hitting Wow, so Wow lost out as well on that one thing. So, you know, it happens, but man, overall, I think you should be happy with your race. Starting P6, almost finishing P3, and then coming across the line of P4. But tell me this, Justin, did you have a time penalty, or why did you jump behind Copy whenever he crossed the line?
No, I didn't, but I knew Icewind did, so if he stayed in front and I saw Copy was like a second behind Icewind, so, and he didn't have a time penalty, so I tried like calculating quickly at the end of the sector when I could pull off and whatnot, so like that. I pull off, Icewind passes me, Copy passes me, I go right behind him, and then we both jump Icewind in a P3, P4 formation as if nothing happened before the contact.
Ah.
But if you don't believe me that I pulled over, check my side of the street.
No.
Like, oh, shoot, did I?
No, we do believe you. I mean, it's one of the first things I said to you as well, that I was asking if you did in fact lift, because it did look like it from our side.
Yeah. No issues there, man, at all. I think, you know, overall you've done a great job, man. And also, I'll say, the only guy that was willing to come to an interview, so he gets plus kudos points for that as well.
That is true.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton's awesome.
Lewis Hamilton is really good. What do you think about Lewis Hamilton?
No comment.
All right, guys. That's it for the stream. Thank you very much, Justin, for... What do you want?
There you go, Justin, just in case you didn't notice. Just to let you know, the leg end himself, Mr. Copy, did say that you had great race pace and you were better than him, and he's thanking you for giving that position back. Okay?
Oh, that's cute.
So just so you know, we noticed it, and I think more importantly, cops noticed it as well. So there you go, man.
Wholesome ending.
All right, dude.
All right.
Now you can end the stream.
Am I allowed to now, or is
But the thing is, before you do that, we've got Dan and Dom and Lawrence also in Gen Chat 1.
No, I mean they were told to come into 4 if they want to interview. I don't think they do, because they
Alright,
would have done it
cool.
otherwise. So, excuse me.
So, Baz, before you end the stream, how long do you think it'll take before we sing a song?
Give it a couple of races, mate. Give
Yeah,
it a
we'll
couple of
break
races,
them in.
depending on
We'll
how
not-
you behave.
Yeah, we'll not spoil them all at one go.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll leave it there then, and we will see each other very soon for a couple more races. I mean, I don't know if you'll be here next week. Actually, we'll have to see if you'll be able to make it or not.
Vance, you know who you're gonna have to get. Oh god.
No, I already have a fantastic backup planned. So
Sanex is my replacement. Is that the best you could get? Sanex?
you know, I think chemistry is very important for streams. So you know,
I'm joking.
I think
For anyone that doesn't know, I'm joking. Sanex is quite good.
Anyway, this is it. End of the stream. Just to end on another wholesome note. That's a cute cat picture. You guys are welcome, and see you guys again next week.